Stepping up the ring and onto the mic. Golden locks, throwing shades on tight. I rule the airwaves, I own the night. Crank up the volume, feel the heat. Down, turn up the dial, let me preach. Running this town with a steel cake smile. When the bell rings, I do it with style. I'm the Lord of Saturday night. One hair thunder, taking the mic. Bodies tell the truth, no fear, no fight. Bow down, cause I rule tonight. Taking the mic, bodies said the truth, no fear, no fright. Bow down, cause I rule tonight.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to RAWF Tropical Aggression Pay-Per-View live from Aloha Stadium in Honolulu, Hawaii. I am your host, the owner of RAWF, the one and only Lord Amadeus. Joining me this evening, he is the luchador with the most. He is...
¡Hola, muchachos!
He is the one and only El Vacant. Aloha, El Vacant.
Aloha, mi amigo. ¿Cómo está?
Oh, it's been a great weekend here in Hawaii. Let me tell you, it has just been the most incredible weekend thus far. And it all comes to a head tonight here at Tropical Aggression. Some really great matchups tonight. I can't wait to talk more about them. But how did you get the luau? Did you get the beach all cleaned up from the luau? Did you get the nephews out there and get it all cleaned up and whatnot?
Oh, not at all. I had RAWF hire people.
Oh, you didn't. The nephews? Nah, that makes sense. The nephews were probably too hungover.
They were too busy cooking.
Oh, fair enough.
And womanizing.
Well, and both are very important for a luau.
Yes, see.
Yeah.
Look, they worked hard all day. I couldn't tell them. You know, they did well enough ignoring all the bikini clad ladies all day. I couldn't ask them to do it all night.
Fair enough. Let's take a look again at some of these pictures from the luau, if we could. It was a beautiful night last night, no doubt about that. And you were looking pretty dapper in that grass skirt.
I mean, I make anything look good, though.
You do. I love the detail there with the belt that you added to your skirt there, to make sure it didn't. And then of course the one dancer gave you her pasty there, or her half of her bikini for some reason. But, you know. And then of course,
unfortunately, it was not her.
It was not Maeve, but she also drew some attention last night. It was quite. Then Enigma, which, you know. And then we had Kenta, who, thank God he didn't bring his huge mastodon mask with him last night. That would have looked really odd in a grass skirt, I think.
I would have been, I'm sorry, what?
Then, of course, the lovely Destroyer was there. And then this one, the Paragon of Greatness. I loved the sandal boots.
Yes, I thought that was a really nice touch.
Now, the sandal boots there were Although I'd hate to get sand in those things. The sand must be horrible to get out of that. And then he
And talk about horrible to get out of there.
oh, I still don't know. Hobo must be one hell of a contortionist. That's all I can think of there. And then there was me.
Yeah.
Yay. But yes, that was last night's luau in a nutshell. It was a lot of great
I really
fun.
do want to know. So that guy behind you, there is something on his shoulder, and I can't figure out what it is. It's like he's got an iguana or something.
I have no idea. Hard to say. It's not Mithras. Someone said it might be Mithras, but I don't think
those pecs are nowhere near large enough.
No, you're right. Those. At any rate, so with that being said, let's talk about tonight's tropical aggression card, shall we? And it is a very interesting card. We've got, of course, the Hell in the Cell with fire between Soul Reaper and Yo del Segador. Go back to that. Thank you. I mean, again, we're just from listening to him last night. He says it's not going to be over after this. That makes zero sense because it could very well. This is a injury. This is a career-ending kind of match. Whoever walks out of this, neither one of them's going to be the same again. Why would you want to do something again at Graveyard Smash when you have a match of this? This is a match that ends
Careers.
ends careers, ends feuds, ends but already he stated there's going to be another.
Yeah, he's already thinking ahead that there's going to be another match. Like, how do you top this? I would like you to be in a giant cell, and the cell's going to be on fire. Like, where do you go from there?
But at any rate, it doesn't matter who wins this match. To be honest with you, I think I think the whole thing is going to be a slop. It's going to be a mess, and someone could very well end up in critical condition, if not worse. Then you have the steel cage match between Kenta and Denzel the Giant. This is considering everything Denzel's got to do tonight, this is probably the least of his worries. But to Kenta, this means a lot. Am I right?
I believe so.
So, I mean, and we know Kenta is out for some vengeance against Denzel the Giant. So I think Denzel, if he wants to be successful in his other matches, he can't underestimate Kenta here.
No, he cannot.
So, but I do think Kenta pulls out the win, just because I think Denzel is going to at least save himself for all the other title matches that he has this evening.
That would be the smart thing to do, but he's a giant, angry, man-eating clown.
Yes. And the most confusing six-man steel cage tag team match in the history of RAWF, Ken Costa, Paragon of Greatness, and Killer Neptune, taking on the Murder, Mark Caliber, Andy Price, and apparently their newest recruit, the Agent of Hate. And Hate did come down to the ring. He is in there at rings. He is standing there with those two. But still, this seems like a one-sided matchup to me.
Yeah, that's a word for it.
I mean, that's how I feel about it. So yes, Ken Purple and the Fish taking on the Murder tonight.
I'm sorry, what?
Ken Purple and the Fish. That's
Ken Purple and the Fish. Sounds like a 70s funk band.
I thought it sounded like a sitcom, but either or.
It also sounds like the main character is a person named Ken Purple.
Ken Purple and the Fish. We have the lovely Fubar City street fight between Maeve O'Hare and Miss Beautifatal out on the beach, and
Maeve's wearing far too many clothes in this promo. I object.
Well, I mean, we'll see what she wears out to the beach tonight. I don't know that it'll be that covering. We have the Champions Choice Championship match between Aaron McFadden and Strangleheart. I think we can both agree that Aaron McFadden, 99% chance he walks out still as Champions Choice champion, considering
What were the rules again? What did he? What did he?
Strangleheart basically has to do whatever moves Aaron tells him to.
Okay.
It's an Aaron says match, is what he's calling it.
Yeah, you know what? I am upset with myself for forgetting that because now that you say it, I remember it, and I remember even saying that might be one of the most original ones I've heard of in ages.
Yep, absolutely.
That's actually quite brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, Aaron has tried to make the Champions Choice Championship interesting, and I have to give him credit for that. Certainly. Next up, we have for the Powerball Championship, Sassy Applebee's versus the Immortal Griffith. And we know that Sassy has had Griffith's number in big matches over the last couple of years, going back to 2 years actually from now at Tropical Aggression, where she defeated him to become Powerball champion. Do the roles being reversed, and considering everything, Griffith had a huge loss last week in Tokyo. And we know he was a bit, I wouldn't say demoralized, but definitely not pleased with the results of that match, considering he probably did have Enigma dead to rights, but ended up losing. What his mindset last night is definitely not one that we're used to. What do you think? Does he get past Sassy tonight?
I only if he gets his shit together.
Well, we shall see. It should be if Sassy beats him, it's you could definitely say Sassy has his number, and he should be wary of her in future endeavors. Next up, we have for the Estrogen Championship, it will be Seabell defending against Destroyer. And yeah, this is a must-see matchup in my opinion for the Estrogen title. Who walks away with it tonight, do you think?
I mean, I don't know who walks away with the title, but I know who the winner is.
There's definitely some winners, no doubt about it. But yeah, this should be a great matchup for the Estrogen Championship. I don't have I have no idea which way it would go because basically I think they're both right now top women here in RAWF. Then for the men's championship, it will be Michael Brewer defending against Hotshot Chaz. And you said last night you believe this is the era of Hotshot Chaz right now, that he's finally gotten over the hump, that this is his time. And you are expecting him to walk out with that men's championship tomorrow.
Yeah, see, correct.
I'm not so certain. I've known Brewer a long time, and yeah, he was in prison for about 8 years since the last time. And this is his first major RAWF championship. When he beat Blake Bradley at Philadelphia Freedom, it was his biggest win in RAWF in his entire career. I don't know if he's. I think he goes all out to prevent that title from slipping away so quickly tonight, even if it is against the top contender like Hotshot Chaz. I'm leaning towards Brewer here, just because I think Chaz knows that the Platinum Dragon Championship is something he wants to concentrate on, and he should be. So we'll see. That one's going to be interesting. Then we have for the tag team Hatfield and McCoy championship, Denzel the Giant taking on Strangleheart. Now Denzel, we know the role he's on lately. He has torn through the competition. And he tore through the Hatfield and McCoy division in this period, or a couple periods ago, to get the championship. Strangleheart, he is up and down. We know this. There are times when he wrestles like one of the best in RAWF. He's a former world heavyweight champion, something Denzel can't say. Which Strangleheart shows up tonight? And
Even if it were true, he couldn't say it. He'd have to yell it.
Say what?
You said it's something that Denzel can't say. Even if it were true that he were a former world champion, he still couldn't say it. He'd have to yell it.
That is a good point. But my point is, can a Strangleheart at his best defeat a Denzel the Giant at the top of his game right now?
Uh, no, I don't think so.
I'm not gonna put it past Strangleheart. I think if Strangleheart is determined to win this championship, I think there's a better than 50% chance as he does, considering Denzel's night is a quite busy one. So we shall see. Uh, moving on, we have for the Multimedia Championship, Seabell defending against the Immortal Griffith. This one is kind of similar to the Powerball Championship, although Seabell Sai, I can't really say she has his number like Sassy has in the past. However, Griff's still right now reeling from that loss last week. Does he bounce back against Sai?
I don't know. Like I said, it's a matter of him getting his shit together. But at least he seems annoyed at her. So maybe.
This is true. This is true. Sai has been talking a lot more smack than Sassy ever has. And when you talk smack to the Immortal Griffith, and if he sees it as disrespectful, that tends to motivate him a little bit. I think Sai may have made a mistake with some of her comments as of late. We will find out tonight if that is the case. Triple Crown Championship on the line. It will be the Unsettled Chris Cage defending against Jobu and Money Sue. I've already gone on record a couple of times saying I think Money Sue may be their next Triple Crown champion. You believe Chris Cage will win, but not in a dominating performance. Jobu, I know is out there right now, or at least he was earlier. And since neither one of us are predicting him to win the title, that might be some extra motivation. What are your final thoughts on the Triple Crown Championship?
Nothing has changed. I still think Chris is going to walk away with his title, and I think no one is going to win 2 nights.
Okay, I mean it's a good prediction. It's solid and it can definitely happen. So we will see. We will see if either of us are right when it's all said and done. Next up for the tag team titles, Crown Control, which is a Jobu and Extreme Enigma, and I forgot to fix that, but that's all right. I think you all get the hint. It is Crown Control, Jobu and Extreme Enigma defending against Desad and the Giant. A formidable team, to say the least, are Desad and the Giant. I'm thinking. I lean towards there being new champions tonight. What are your thoughts?
I concur. I think that is exactly what's going to occur.
Yeah. But then, I mean,
we said that last month too.
We just said that last month too. It just feel maybe there's something about Enigma and Jobu we just don't realize, and they are a much better team than we give them credit for. If they win tonight, I think I'm going to start giving them the credit they've earned. What do you think?
Nah.
Fair enough. Next up is the, I believe, Midnight Hobo Championship. No, Fubar City Championship. Teflon Sheik defending against Tigress. You said last night, very begrudgingly, but yet you did say it. You're predicting Teflon Sheik retains the Fubar City Championship despite the fact he's coming off an injury. Is that because you don't believe Tigress is a good hardcore fighter?
One, I don't actually think it fits her style particularly well, but also I think it's going to be a case of motivation. I think of late Tig's motivation has been hit or miss, and Sheik's has been very high. And if he comes, like I said, if he's fully healed, he's coming off of what can only be described as a major betrayal. And he's brought back, his longest time, most loyal partner. He's going to be full of fire, right? And in a Fubar City match where anything goes, and he can literally just be like, hey, Tiggs, guess what? Here's Claymore, and sit on the hood of a car while Claymore beats her to death with a shovel. Like, how does he lose this match?
I mean, I can't argue with that point, but I won't say you can't say.
I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. I'm
Right.
saying it's what could happen.
You said Tigress's motivation is hit or miss. Well, she won the extra points tournament, so right now I would
She
say
did.
it's right now it's pretty high, her determination. I mean, to be fair, the reason she's in this spot is because she won the extra points tournament. So we will see. We will see what. I mean, I wouldn't put anything past her. She is technically an RAWF Hall of Famer at this point, so we will see. Should be a great matchup for the Fubar City Championship. Also, for the Midnight Hobo Championship, it will be Ken Costa versus DW, and this is not a friendly fight in any way, shape, or
No.
form. These two are not fond of each other at all. They don't like each other. Ken Costa has, even though we couldn't really understand a lot of what he said last night, it was kind of clear he wasn't. He wanted he had no love for DW in any way whatsoever, and that has been returned in tenfold. The two of them had some serious words for each other earlier this week. But that being said, who do you think walks away with the Midnight Hobo Championship tonight? I know your standard rule is not to bet against DW.
And I'm sticking to that rule.
So you're thinking and new here. I don't know.
Right.
I think Ken Costa.
I fully admit it's only because I have made a rule, and when I make a rule, I stick to the rule.
In other words, you really want to predict Ken, but you're not.
I can't say that because I can't say that.
Oh, fair enough. All right. So then for the national championship, the longest reigning national champion in RAWF history, Simply the Best, defends against what I think it could be his strongest challenge to date, Denzel the Giant. And I think this one, this could be the end of STB's record-breaking reign. I mean, as great as STB has been as national champion, I think Denzel's motivation, I think Denzel's hungrier right now. I think STB's place in the elevated society has cooled him a little bit. But Denzel, I think right now Denzel's got the eye of the tiger.
Look, I've learned the hard way to not overlook STB. I think he is the favorite to win here on paper. I think he has, champion's advantage, and he knows how to use that. I think all the odds are in STB's favor. That all being said, I will not be stunned at all if Denzel manages to pull out the win. And it will be a huge stepping stone on that ladder we've been talking about that he has clearly got his eyes on. He is clearly trying to get his way to the top of this company. And taking this belt off that man would be a huge step up.
It would definitely be that, no doubt about it. Not that Denzel takes big steps. I mean, Denzel does take big steps because he's a big guy. But STB is no slouch. This one should be interesting, I think. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised either way that it goes. Then for the Platinum Dragon Championship, it will be Hotshot Chaz defending against the most decorated Platinum Dragon champion in RAWF history, Killa Neptune. Killa looking to win the title for the 7th time. But you have stated that you don't believe Chaz will lose this championship. You believe it will be this is finally his time to show that he's a dominant person here in RAWF. A win over Killa Neptune certainly legitimizes him as Platinum Dragon champion, don't you think?
Doesn't it, though?
I mean, there's no doubt about that. I think if he beats Killer Neptune tonight, it definitely legitimizes him as a great Platinum Dragon champion. But if Killa wins, I mean, what does that do for Killa?
I mean, it makes him 7-time champion.
It
And
makes him a
proves, you know,
seven-time champion, but it's almost coming. It's like doing a full circle, isn't it? Because he was just champion
sure,
not
but
too long.
but I will say what it does. I think what it does is it lets him put those losses behind him and move forward and try to go back to like what he was originally trying to do, which was use this to springboard up to world.
Fair enough. Should be a great match for the Platinum Dragon Championship. And then in our main event, it is a rematch from Philadelphia Freedom, except that the belt is on the other person's around the other person's waist. Blake Bradley, your new World Heavyweight Champion, after defeating the Paragon of Greatness at Philadelphia Freedom, now has to turn right around a couple months later and defend against Paragon here at Tropical Aggression. And yes, a lot has happened to Blake since winning that championship. A lot of things have been said. A lot of things have been done. He's had friends supposedly betray him, although now it seems like possibly that's not the case. But still, his life has been a whirlwind since then. Paragon has stood strong and is coming after him to try to get that belt back. What's your final prediction on this World Heavyweight Titanic clash?
I said it last night. I think their own words have convinced me that Blake's already making excuses in his head for not having this belt come next week, and I think that tells me everything I need to know. And I think Paragon's going to take this.
So you believe Paragon will become a, I believe, what do we say, 5, 6-time World Heavyweight Champion?
I believe.
All right. Well, I mean, I don't disagree with that necessarily. But I'll be honest with you, I was shocked the first time Blake Bradley beat the Paragon of Greatness. So I'll be shocked again if he retains. I suppose I could say I'll be shocked again if he retains the championship because you're right. It does seem like he's already got his excuses planned. So we will see. We shall see. So that is your main event for the World Heavyweight Championship tonight, Blake Bradley and the Paragon of Greatness. Wow, it's going to be an incredible night tonight. We already have one undercard result. The two returnees to RAWF, Claymore, defeated Fusion Skull in his return to RAWF and their return to RAWF. So big win for Claymore to get his career back up and running in RAWF. Fusion's got some work to do. We'll see. But any thoughts on Claymore's victory here at Tropical Aggression?
I mean, two people from two different levels of the game have come back at the same time. They face off with each other. I don't think anyone is surprised at the outcome of this match.
No, I can't say as I am. Either. Claymore definitely wanted to make a statement in his return, since the whole Hell Freezes Over event a couple weeks ago. So yeah, he definitely did that. A huge win over Fusion Skull, and we will see. I have a feeling we are going to see Claymore in a title match at Graveyard Smash one way or another. Would you agree or disagree with that statement?
Yes, I would be stunned if you were mistaken.
Yeah, me too. Me too. So that is our Tropical Aggression report thus far. A big night for Denzel the Giant in 4 big matches. We missed one. Did we mention? We did not mention the tables match between Draven Blackbird and Extreme Enigma. Did I not have that graphic up?
You did not.
Yeah, apparently I did not get that graphic in here. Well, I apologize for that, but the graphic is up on the Tropical Aggression scene, so take a look at that. But yeah, Draven Blackbird, Extreme Enigma, Draven returning, another returnee to RAWF. We're getting a lot of those over the last few months, which has been great, I say, for business. And a big win for Draven to kick off his return. That'd be something else. What do you think?
That would be something else. I'm not expecting it, but it could happen. Draven is not someone you could just ignore.
No, no, he's underestimated. People don't realize how dangerous Draven Blackbird really is. So he'll come on. He's come on here in the past on the radio, and you just think he's a clown. You just think he's screwing around, having fun, which he does like to do. But when he gets in that ring, he gets serious. Even though he does like to talk about movies in
And
the ring and pudding and straitjackets
and My Little Pony.
Don't go there. At any rate, that is our tropical aggression report, ladies and gentlemen. We will keep you updated in the coming weeks to who exactly walks out of tropical aggression, winners and losers. We shall see. All right, so we'll start out the evening by bringing in a man who is in a steel cage match with the one and only Denzel the Giant, a big rivalry match at this point. Let's talk to the one and only.
He walks in silence, storm in his veins, steel in his eyes, unchained by pain. Scars like metals, carved in flame. They whisper one word, they whisper his name. In every step, a battle cry, born to rise, never die. He strikes like thunder, breathes like flame. In the heat of the fight, he owns the game. He's a dragon in the ring, hear the fire roar. Every hit, every slam shakes the floor. And it's coming like a storm, untamed. No cage can hold what the fire claimed. Warrior soul, fists ignite. He's burning bright in the...
Ladies and gentlemen, he is the Golden Dragon, although right now he's technically the Golden Mastodon. Jesus, that thing is big. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Kenta. Kenta, there's barely any room in here for that mask.
Yeah, hello. Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we're here.
Kinda.
Can you take that off? Can we get that out of here for a time being? You can put it back on in the green room. Can you get that thing off of there? So
I'm
we
just
can
wondering why.
Hold on. Let me just take it off.
Oh, good lord! Watch the. Okay.
Sorry about that. It's very heavy.
Yeah, I'm very
Why?
big.
You're supposed to be a dragon. What's with the mastodon?
It's Big Van Vader. Come on. I'm a walking reference of
This.
legendary wrestlers.
I mean, that's fair.
Okay, that's.
Also,
I suppose.
it's a gala. It's a gala for me for big matches. I wear this for big matches.
Well, maybe. Okay, you could do that. Although, you know, there are other wrestlers that you could emulate that don't have as big bulky helmets. But all right, fine.
But it's
I
badass.
I suppose it's better than walking around in a jumpsuit and a guitar and calling in tribute to Honky Tonk Man.
That's fair. Maybe I would do that in Halloween.
Okay,
Congratulations, you gave him an idea.
I'm sorry, but I suppose that is a possibility. At least he ain't the Shockmaster. Well, I don't know. I think I'd prefer the Shockmaster if I'm getting that Mastodon helmet. Jesus, how much does that weigh? Lord.
I think around 50 pounds.
What?
Yeah, it's good for neck training.
You know how they tell
That's
people
what
not to
we
skip
train our
leg
dogs.
day? He doesn't skip neck day.
Apparently. Yeah,
Also,
he does it.
I'm battling a giant. I need to have my neck protected. I don't want to get injured too much. I mean, I do,
Protect
but
your
you
neck.
know.
He is. So what you're saying is you're not a pencil neck geek.
Yes.
At any
He's not the
rate,
only one who can make classic references.
are you going to wear that to the ring against Denzel tonight?
Only just to the entrance. I'm like I told you, he's not getting the golden dragon. He's getting the wrestling dragon. I'm even having my singlet. See? It's all black. I'm
Wow.
emulating Kurt Angle. See? It's wrestling dragon. Come on, LA. I told this last night. Are
He
you too
did.
drunk?
He did have a few Mai Tais.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. But at any rate, I mean, what does this matchup against Denzel the Giant mean to you?
It's a battle of principles, actually. I said this is a battle of opinions and ethics, and it's a battle of principles. And I know a lot of people in the chat has told me to sit my ass down and earn my way through a title shot of any title in RWF. I've I've heard it from Joe Boo. I've heard it from STB. They told me to sit my ass down and wait. But here's the thing. I ain't waiting. The Golden Dragon is done waiting. And I am using any perks and benefits I get to get ahead of the game. And I got what I wanted when Chaz announced that he'll face me for the Platinum Dragon after Tropical Aggression, like a week after, or maybe 2 weeks after. I do not know. Did he say anything about that, boss
I mean,
Amadeus?
he has confirmed it with me that he has every intention of doing so. Yes.
Hey,
So
first he has to retain.
he does have to get by Killer Neptune for that to happen, no doubt about it. But yeah, if he gets past Killer Neptune, then you are on deck for whenever the next superstar is after he retains is. Unless he changes his mind, he is allowed to change his mind.
No backsies.
I'm afraid there is backsies. Well, I mean,
Up until the bell ringing.
yeah, I mean, he can't just he isn't going to tell me 5 minutes before the match goes. Oh, I'm taking it back. He's got to give me a relatively a professional amount of time. Let's put it that way.
5 minutes
But
is a professional amount of time for you.
no, no, actually, I would say it'd have to be 24 hours. How's that sound?
All right.
Well, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yes. Yes. But
But
yes. Back to the match at hand. It's a battle of principles, and I am trying my best to. Yes, he Denzel said it in our face off last week in Tokyo. I am trying basically to catch up, and he's basically right. Back then, I had all the tools and potential to win championships in RWF back in my first years, but I got depressed after losing the Superstars champion. I fell into limbo basically, and I saw guys like Teflon Cheek, Mavo Hair, Chaz surpass me, even though they debuted a year or two after me. So I, in a way, yes, I'm trying to catch up, but I'm also trying to make a point that it it's better to work smarter than harder. And I am using, and if I win this, I have intentions to win this match against Denzel. And not only that, I will try to injure him as much as possible because I said last night the dragon will kneel before the giant will make the dragon kneel, and I plan to make that happen. And if I win, well, hope Hotshot Chaz wins because I will be coming for that Platinum Dragon champion, which I have so wanted for so long.
all right, and a win over Denzel is nothing to sneeze at, especially if he walks away tonight with three. He could potentially walk away with three championships after he battles you. He could potentially be national, tag, and Hatfield and McCoy champion tonight. So possibly some motivation for you if you ever decide to challenge him for one of those titles, if he indeed walks away with them tonight.
That is true, but I'm hoping for a much bigger goal in mind. World Championship. Sorry. Something was in my throat. Yes, but a
Hoping
Was it
when
bigger
that
murder
goal
from
in
the
mind.
mask?
Yeah, I think so. World Championships. Sorry. Ugh, I had too
all
much
right.
ham.
So if Denzel were here, what would you have to say to him?
Little bro Denzel. Doesn't matter if you're a Hall of Famer. It doesn't matter if you are a Zen Arthur tournament winner, unstoppable tournament winner. It- I don't fucking care. You're still the scared little guy I met years ago. And this time I'm gonna set you straight and make you realize that working smarter is better than working harder. And that's golden.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, he is Kenta. He takes on Denzel the Giant tonight in a steel cage grudge match. Good luck to you tonight, Kenta, and enjoy the rest of your time here in Hawaii.
Have a golden day to you guys. Let me just pick up my 50-pound helmet.
Yeah, get that. Man, that thing is. Oh. And it's hot. It's got to be hot in it. I'm glad you didn't bring that to the luau last night. But at any rate, thank you, Kenta, for your time. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk to the first class last. Two big matches for her tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome.
الروشينا بيوت برانشنا هسناش تادو فاردن نمرای مگه سامبابت تانا برايرك چتر سایلگه سبتریل همرسنی حفله فیان سپاینه کرموروی زینده خاگراگم مالار گیت لبلین نایش
Ladies and gentlemen, she is indeed the first class last Maeve O'Hare joining us this evening. Ola, or not Ola, Aloha, Maeve.
Aloha Ola?
Aloha, hola, hala, hola.
Ahola?
Aloha, hola. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Greetings.
you pregame before the show there, Bossman.
Yeah, sure. We'll talk about it. Yeah, yes. But at any rate,
Need a Mai Tai?
hold on.
I
There we
wouldn't
go.
say no if you're offering.
Is it wise to have a Mai Tai before your matches tonight?
They're hard. Well, at least one of them's a hardcore match. It's always better to pregame before a hardcore match.
Fair enough.
Didn't
Fair
see
enough.
wrong.
So at any rate, any finals? We're just minutes away from your matches tonight. So talk to me your final thoughts on facing Miss B in the Fubar City street fight.
I am relieved that the sun will be going down by the time I get out there. That is my final thought. No, I'm looking forward to it. As I've said multiple times, I always enjoy having matches against Miss B. I respect her in the ring. I think this is going to be fun. And because it were her idea to do Fubar rules, I don't have to be sorry for anything I do, which is always helpful.
Indeed. Yeah. And it's not your first
Well, you
time
don't
in
have to tell me to be careful.
well,
You know what kind of match I'm going out there to have.
you know what I was worried about sand getting in places if you don't, but anyways, with that being
That's why
said,
God invented showers, Bossman.
so we have that, and then of course the big match, the rankings match against a fellow RAWF Hall of Famer in Davila, the redneck woman. And it should be a really good match between the two of you. It's always a good match when two Hall of Famers.
It's always a good match when I get to face Davila. That's why I decided to take both offers, because I always have good matches with both of those women. And as I said, Dev's another Hall of Famer, and I know that no matter how that match goes, which hopefully will be me winning, knock on wood, it's going to be a good match. I'm going to have fun, and I know that Dev's not going to pull any punches and not going to take it easy on me. Which is exactly what I'm looking for, because we're gearing up towards spooky season, and I love spooky season. And I love even more that spooky season is going to be happy and festive this year and not scary and strange and possibly deadly.
Yeah, you again. I'll reiterate what I said last night. There will be no madness to this year's Halloween season. It
And
should
I
be
know that you're a man
Well,
of your
capital
word.
M
And
madness anyway.
What's that?
Well, capital M madness anyway.
Right, exactly. There might be some
Regular madness.
regular madness, but no, not
you can have a little madness as a treat.
yeah,
Exactly.
a little hostess madness, if you will. But yeah,
Is that like Hostess cupcakes?
that
Is
was
it like
why
Opus Magnus?
no hostess Magnus, no hostess madness.
Now you're
Yes.
just saying words.
Oh, maybe I've had a couple of Mai Tais too many.
I
But
knew it. I knew you'd been pre-gaming. We don't want none of that. Don't listen to Chris and Sai. You can already tell that they have bad taste, because look at the company they keep. We don't
Yeah.
listen to them. They don't get a vote. We don't want any madness. We have had plenty. Thank you. I gave it the office.
I have had enough of the maestro, and I have the ability to keep him pent up this time. He will not be resurfacing this Halloween season, I promise you. But with that being said, what now that we know that, what are you looking forward to this Halloween season, man? You said you're looking forward to some fun. You have anything in particular?
Oh, I'm gonna go all out, because I don't remember anything that happened last year. So I've got it all lined up. I'm gonna go to cider presses. I'm going on pumpkin patches. I'm going on hairs. I'm gonna do all of the things that Yanks do for spooky season. I'm looking forward to it. And I might even come in and carve some neeps for you guys.
Some what?
Some neeps.
You're going to carve some meat?
Okay. So, you know how here in the States you get pumpkins and you carve them up for jack-o'-lanterns?
Right.
Yeah, they don't have pumpkins.
Pumpkins don't really grow in Ireland, so we carve turnips.
They're creepy as shit.
They're very creepy, especially when they start getting shriveled up and weird looking.
That's interesting. I've never seen that before.
Well, I will carve some neeps and bring them in, and you can have one for your desk.
Okay. Hey, it's better than a face in a jar. That's for damn sure.
Good Lord,
Not
don't even
much.
remind me of that thing. Ugh, that was so freaking creepy.
Yeah, yes, it was. All right. Well, yeah, we're looking forward to Halloween season, but first we got to get through tropical aggression tonight.
Isn't that always the way? We're looking forward to all the fun stuff, but we got to get through the summer first.
No, this is still fun. You can't tell me last night wasn't fun.
Last night was fun. I'm not saying that the luau weren't fun. I'm saying it would have been a lot more fun if it had been a bonfire and it were nice and crisp and there were like fallen leaves and cider and such.
The fall is a wonderful time of the year, no doubt about it.
Besides, isn't it about time for your hand egg stuff to get started again? Don't you look forward to that every year?
My what?
The hand egg, what you folks call football that ain't football.
Well, yes, indeed. I mean, after all, my Buckeyes were very victorious over Texas yesterday, and that was an exciting matchup. Yes, that's another reason my weekend has been so great. and even earlier today, I had a fantasy football draft. So yes, you're right. And what did you call it? Hand egg.
Hand egg.
Hand egg. Okay.
Because you use your hands, and the ball's shaped like an egg. You don't really use your feet, and it's not
Egg,
really shaped like a bowl.
eggs don't have points on them, nor are they made of leather.
I didn't say it were an egg. I said it looked like an egg.
How so? I've never seen a white football before.
Have you never seen a brown egg?
Okay, you got me on that one. Ah, all right. Well, you call it whatever you wish. I call it frickin' football, American football. And yes, that season has kicked off, and I am extremely happy with the result of a game yesterday. And had a fantasy football draft earlier by remote with some of my buddies back in the States. So we're back on the mainland, I guess
We're
you'd
going to
say.
say this is technically a state.
Yeah, I realized my mistake.
You must have had to get up awful early for that then if you were doing it on Eastern time.
Yeah, I did, but it was well worth it. It's a tradition. I've been doing in this league for over 30 years, so it wasn't something I was going to miss if I didn't have to.
Your fantasy football league is older than I am.
Yeah, I suppose it is.
That's certainly something.
To be fair, his drum kit at home is probably older than you.
I mean, I was doing this fantasy football league back when I didn't really remember doing the fantasy football league.
I'm just imagining you're looking at your draft list going, who the hell is that?
And be like, damn, who's Boomer?
Who is
nobody,
Boomer?
Are you
nobody
the Boomer?
here remembers Boomer Esiason, do they?
Oh, that's not what I thought you meant.
I have never. I don't even think that's a real name. I think you made that up.
No, Boomer Esiason was actually a quarterback back in the
So
day.
is there like a Gen X Esiason? Like what?
Millennial Esiason, Gen Alpha Esiason.
Why am I suddenly getting a headache? No.
No, we had to
Probably all the Mai Tais that you had before the show.
It might have been. But at any rate, let's see. Let's go back.
I tell you what, boss man.
Uh,
So you know that I always like learning more about how Yanks do things. How about when we're back on the mainland and we've got a little bit of downtime, you take me to an American football game and explain it to me.
I can do that. I can absolutely do that. Oh, let's see. Where are we going to be in the next couple of weeks?
I mean, I know we're going to be in New York in a couple months.
Oh, that would definitely be some football games around that time. But we'll be in.
He says that he is, and I'm certainly not going to do any deep dive investigating to find out otherwise, Kenta.
What's with all the knickers talk tonight? Jeez.
I didn't say not one thing about anyone's knickers.
Oh, let's see. We're in Tallahassee, Florida next week. I'm sure there might be a football game. San Antonio. I don't know if San Antonio has a football team. Maybe Texas Tech or somebody plays there. I don't know. We'll figure something out. I guarantee it. We will take you to an American football game between now and Graveyard Smash. I promise.
All right, and I will be open and accepting of the experience, and I promise you I will not tell you how terrible it is compared to real football.
I think you'll be surprised. Haven't you ever tried to sit down and watch an American football game?
I did, and I found it incomprehensible.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll try going to one live.
Yeah, like if I could have someone who knew what was going on explain it to me, that would be different. But no one in my family watches American football, and none of my mates watch American football, and English doesn't watch American football. So I don't have anyone to explain it to me. Vexy tried to one time, and that didn't work out very well.
That's right. She tried because she was a big Bears fan. But anyways, well, I promise you we will try.
That sounds like a plan.
All right. So, any final thoughts about tonight's tropical aggression?
No, I'm looking forward to both my matches. I'm gonna go get changed into my as strange as it sounds to say, my wrestling bathing suit. Just because I didn't feel like coming in here with the air conditioning and all in my bathing suit, so I'm going to go get changed into that. And I tell you what, Vacant, if you can correctly guess what color my bathing suit's going to be, you'll win a prize.
I mean, smart money would be on green.
Final answer?
Sure, because anything else is just random.
You'll find out soon enough.
Oh,
Good night, boss man. Good night, Vacant.
Hasta la bye-bye.
I don't get to guess. Oh, anyways, all right. Thank you, Maeve, and good luck to you tonight in your matches. And I believe our final guest of the evening is here. Let's bring in the man who's challenging for 2 championships, trying to get a strap around his waist. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome.
From shadows deep, he rises, a warrior born of fate. With steel in his eyes, the tempest shall not wait. Memento mori, the call echoes through the night. His spirit will not fall. Ready for the fight. Griffin Davian, the immortal one, eternal champion. His war's never done. Hunter of monsters, affection of one. In a world that's broken, he stands with none. The tempest rages. His head held high. An immortal legend that will never die.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the immortal Griffith. Good evening, Griffith. Aloha.
Aloha.
Well, I mean, we know the story. We know your motivations at this point. And we know, I mean, we know what happened last week. And so, where is your mindset right now?
Where it was last night. I've got 2 matches. I need to figure out what's been going on in my head that's been having me self-sabotage my own wins. And I have a very small window to do that before the bell rings on either of these, well, title shots.
I mean, as we've mentioned, Sassy has a pretty decent record against you, especially in big matches in RAWF. Certainly seems to have your number. And I mean, Powerball Championship. You've been Powerball champion before. Is it a big deal if you lose this match? Really, in realistically?
Only in that it'll be the 4th title match in a row that I've lost.
Well, I suppose that's true. But then you have the Multimedia Championship, and not only do you have the motivation of the fact that the Multimedia Championship is a title you have never held in RAWF, it's like the one thing that's left in your RAWF bingo card, and the fact that Sai has been getting a rise out of you, kind of being disrespectful and whatnot, which always motivates you. Are you a little bit more amped up for this match than you are for the Powerball?
I mean, I'll enjoy slapping her in the mouth, but amped up is a strong phrase.
Yeah, you don't seem too amped up. It does seem like this is the time of year that you're always not quite you. It's always the summertime. Is that something that's been happening to you through the ages, or is this just a recent?
So, look, I've always, I have other things outside of wrestling that I do that takes my attention. I've always sort of, frankly, coasted during the summers. We've had these conversations before. Um, you know, Traditionally, if you look at where I find myself having, oh look, he lost a bunch of titles, or it's always right around August. It's almost like it's intentional. Not saying it is, it just seems like it. But yeah, I have a lot of irons in the fire outside of this sport, and summer is a very difficult time for me to put a lot of my energy towards it. I do what I can for my fans. I honor my contractual obligations, and I still do pretty well. I still, it's not like I've had a losing record even once this summer.
True.
But you know, I haven't been in the top 5 this summer either.
No. No, you certainly haven't. But maybe, I mean, if things don't work out for you tonight, what are you saying that Graveyard Smash is bound to be better for you?
Traditionally, yes. I've had some pretty good graveyard smashes if you think back.
No, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure you have. I mean, I've got. I mean, you just yeah.
Okay. Hmm, Apparently, I'm going to have to do it again. I'm going to have to address the green room. Uh, Sai, I know you've been dropped on your head too many times to have more than a 5-second scrolling fucking memory, but nothing I said last night had anything to do with what you said last night. It's everything you've been saying for 6 months. 6 months of constant disrespect to me, frankly, everybody. This isn't about because, Griff might make some excuses. Whatever. I don't care. That's the weakest line from the weakest minds in wrestling that comes around every time you step on a shoelace. It's not. There was nothing you knew or unique about that particular quote unquote insult. So maybe catch up to your own bullshit.
All right. Well, I mean, it does seem like that seems like the old little bit of the old Griff right there. So we'll see.
Just because my focus has been elsewhere, and and I am experiencing some personal issues with my performance in this. Wow, that sounded like a commercial for Viagra. But having some performance issues in the ring, it doesn't mean I've changed on my opinion about putting up with bullshit from lessers.
All right. Wow. El Vacant, anything you would like to ask the Immortal Griffith?
I'm just gonna sit back and drink this cerveza. I riled him up last night. You can do it tonight.
Well, I mean, I don't think I need to. It sounds like he's pretty riled up just from Psy out there. And Chris is adding a little bit to the fire too. So I'll let. At any rate,
Edgelord wants to see the world burn, and he doesn't care if he takes out his own stablemate to watch it happen.
Ow. All right. So sounds like it's going to be a fight between you and Saya tonight for the multimedia championship. Looking forward to that match, certainly. And with that said, good luck to you in both your matches tonight, Griffith.
Thank you, Amadeus. Thank you.
All right, folks, that about wraps it up for tonight's Tropical Aggression. Good luck to all the participants tonight in RAWF at our annual summer pay-per-view. But of course, just 2 months away on late October 26th to be exact. It is Graveyard Smash.
The bodies are cold, the fog is thick. If you are going to fight, you better think quick. Graveyard Smash. Graveyard Smash. Graveyard Smash. Midnight strikes, the earth begins to groan. Shadows crawl and claw through the stone. Whispers rise from the dirt below. Something wicked's got a show to throw. Hear the coffin lids crash. Hear the bones start to clash. This ain't no party, it's a graveyard smash. Bodies break and the tombstones crash. Screams and laughter, twisted and brash. Dancing with the dead in a graveyard smash. Graveyard smash. Eyes like candles in an empty skull. Flesh long gone, but the night is full. Rats keep time with a rattling beat. Every corpse is moving its feet. Hear the coffin lids crash. Hear the bones start to clash. This ain't no party, it's a graveyard smash. Bodies break and the tombstones crash. Screams and laughter, twisted and brash. Dancing with the dead in a graveyard smash. Graveyard smash. Blood on the moon, chrome marks in the sky. The crypt doors open and the dead won't die. If you step inside, you'll never come back. You'll be part of the madness, part of the pack. Graveyard smash. Graveyard smash. Graveyard smash. Voices shriek and the headstones crack. Lust for rebel and no turning back. Join the undead in a graveyard smash. Graveyard smash. Eyes like candles in an empty skull. Flesh long gone, but the night is full. Rats keep time with the rattling beat. Every corpse is moving its feet. Graveyard smash. Graveyard smash. Graveyard smash. Blood marks on the sky. Bones is moving its feet. Blood marks on the sky. Bones is moving its feet. Blood on the moon, claw marks on the sky. The crypt doors open and the dead won't die. If you step inside, you'll never come back. You'll be part of the madness, part of the pack.
Indeed, Graveyard Smash comes to you live from the UBS Arena in Long Island, New York, just a few miles away from Amityville, where, of course, you know what happened in Amityville, don't you, Elvigant?
The house said get out and they didn't listen.
Indeed. It is going to be our Halloween spectacular Graveyard Smash. A lot of things will happen. I can guarantee there might be one or two special events for Graveyard Smash. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this has been RAWF Tropical Aggression. And everybody, good luck tonight here at Tropical Aggression. And we will see you all here next week live on the RAWF Radio Network. For El Vacant, I am Lord Amadeus saying aloha from the island state. Good night, everybody.
Hasta la luau.
I see what you did there.